Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. It's about that time for how to become a top badge streamer. Tips from not one but two top badges on how to better your live stream. And y'all see this little green silly bow on the top of my head and on my chest. And my boss is 1, 2, 3 of the week. That's what Pillow doing special in her life. But it's St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody who is celebrating. I hope y'all drink, be merry, have fun tonight, and get home safe tomorrow. With all that being said, not only do I have one top badge, my co-host Big Body Shawnee in the building, I also have another tip from another top badge. Najari is on the show today, and he's gonna give his sites. And even though the badge is turned off right now, we ain't gonna get into it. We know the requirements. And he hit him and he had it on there. So we're gonna listen to what he have to say at his time. So without any more holding up on what we got going up. Yes, feel free to gift me and everybody in the boxes. The gift sound is turned off for that reason, but we are going to welcome Shawnee and Najari whenever he ready to the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Shawnee. Hey, hey, hey now.
Hey,
How you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing great. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself for everybody who just seeing you for the first time?
Yeah. Hey y'all. I'm top badge, big body Shawnee. I have had my top badge for 2 years now. I've been on tag 3.5 years, and yeah, I do a show it's called Hey Hoochie on Fridays at 8 p.m. I am the admin to the one, the only, the first lady of the app, and the most demanding person you can ever meet. Hello, and yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Well, thank you, Shadi. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the fave on her and watch her show on Fridays. Hey, Hoochie is a very, very good show. Y'all can always hop in the box and give y'all input on that as well. And thank you so much for joining us. Top Badge Najari is in the building.
Hello, hello. How y'all doing?
I'm good, Jari. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. I can't complain. Just sitting here chilling with you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know I will be up here, but it's always a good time with you.
That's right. That's right. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
Okay. I am Ninjari. I used to do mukbangs. Thinking about bringing that out every Sunday. I am 1/4 of admin when it comes to Beautiful Jane Her Downtime show. I host the Gunny Game, so I'm one of the hosts on the Dream Team. I'm just laid back. I don't really have too much of a setup other than just creating a vibe for people to just be present for. I go live almost every day, somewhere towards the evening time. You guys are more than welcome to just come, drink, relax. Or on the weekends, I do indulge, so you can come chill with me. I'm usually up all night on weekend because that's when I'm off. So yeah, check it with the kid.
Okay, okay. And we have unannounced, and I love that she jumped right in. That's a true content creator. That is on demand for any show, ready to do her damn thing. Please welcome Miss Top Badge, Miss Tease to the show.
Hello,
Hey,
hello,
Miss
hello,
T.
hello, hello.
Thank
When
you
you
so
said
much
you
for
top
joining.
badges, no, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So I am Miss T's. I stream almost every day, but I do stream every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Roundtable with Miss T's, as well as on Sundays for Truth or Dare with Miss T's. And I do have a new show starting next Tuesday with King Nola, Kings and Queens. And yeah, I've been a top badge since October. I got my top badge in 6 months. I've only been on the app maybe 10 months now. So I'm
Oh,
pushing a year. I'm getting you. I'm getting you.
oh.
But yeah, I'm here. Hey.
But I love that. I love the diversity in time. And then we have a lot of insight and different ways and opinions on everything. And Shani, I kind of had the show lined up for you to take control. But because I got all three of y'all here, I think I don't want to hear much of me. I'm going to grab the questions and just shoot them at y'all. And they're going to be easy. So I don't want nobody to think Pillow about to ask you some real, real hard stuff like that, but it's going to help everybody else in the live and watching on their journey as well. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all the first question. I'm gonna give it to Shawnee so that y'all two have time to get y'all answer together. And she gonna be like, okay, cool. But anyway, Shawnee, during the application part, this week gonna go over the application step by steps and parts to come top batch y'all. The application part, Shawnee, what was your most difficult part of having to get 5 million diamonds, 5,000 favorites, 10 hours of streaming a week, 250K, the that you got to make a week, and entertaining and engaging content and appropriate content? Out of those things that you had to put together to apply, what was your most difficult thing to do, to accomplish?
Making sure I had 10 hours a week.
Okay, and why was that a hard thing for you?
For me, trying not to get tired, because a lot of people gun for the badge and they just go, 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 go. They're not separating the hours. So it became overwhelming because in my mind, I had to keep going. I had to keep going. I had to keep going. And when it doesn't become fun anymore, that's when it'll like start mentally becoming too much or take a toll on you. So for me, I was trying to not just do the 10 hours, but not do them all at the same time, spreading it out. It is okay to spread out the time as long as you get it done. You don't have to get it done in one day.
Right. Okay. So we ain't gonna take that 10 hours in one. I never did 10-hour days either. So when I saw that, you know, yeah. I think most streamers break it down to 2. 7 days of the week.
Yeah.
Some of the days you only gotta do 1, you know. So break that time down. Okay, Jari, what was
I
the
want to
most
add something else.
okay. I'm
Back
sorry.
whenever I was going for my badge, they didn't have Instagram notes. Like that wasn't a thing. So I felt like I had to do all my time so I could be seen by people even on different coasts. Now you can just make a note or you can add it to your story. Hey, I'm about to go live. So then people that don't necessarily see you at the same times, you're able to put yourself out there more about what time you're going to go live.
Okay, that's a good idea too. So she said, utilize the note to a bar on Instagram to let all of your people know. Come to your stream because you're only gonna be live that hour or 2. So that is key. I always find Shawnee when I goes on her live, and Shawnee don't stream often like that. But I do love that she do put it in her bubble. I am not so keen to utilizing that tool as much just yet, because I'm always, I guess, my old school thing, and then I string long hours. So I be thinking you gonna see me, but I'm gonna pick up that tool from you. So thank you for let me remember to use my note tool on Instagram.
I love that
Najari,
too.
yeah, Najari, how about you?
What was the hardest thing as far as the application part, as far as becoming the top badge?
Yeah, out of the 5 million diamonds, was that hard? Was getting the 5,000 faves hard? Was the time like Shawnee hard? Was maintaining the 250K a week hard? Or the entertaining and appropriate content? What part of those things of the application was hard to you?
Well, it's 2 parts to me that was hard.
Go ahead.
The first one was, you remember where it said that you had to have an average of 500 views, like an average of 500 views. You know, I'm a dude. Y'all know I didn't have no trending, but you know what I'm saying? So I remember it. Like I had just hit my 5K in fan. I just hit my 5K in fans. I was like, okay, cool. I could apply. The last thing I had to do was just getting them 500 views, and it's just like that became tiring, and that kind of took away from how fun it was, because I used to sleep on here, still do sometimes. Like, you know, I love being on here, you know, but like when it became the focus on getting the views and then me looking at the number, trying to dance, looking for it to move, it's not moving. It's like, oh, okay, well, all right. And then so that was one thing. Then I was told that I didn't have to worry about it, so I kind of put that to the side. The other thing that kind of took a the other thing that took a toll on me is it used to be 80K. It went from 80K to 250K, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's over. That's 112. That's double. Y'all didn't increase it, but you know, and like I understand. Like I get it now, but I didn't. I probably got it then, but I just didn't want to because I was just upset. And then I was just, you know, I'm not. sure, mind you, this is back when I used to just be in their emails, just like, why I ain't got one yet? What you want? What you want? What you want, a kidney? So like, it's not like they actively tell you what specifically to do to get it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, they're increasing the weekly amount in order for you to get for you to get a badge. Honestly, I was drinking a little bit more and I was a little bit more rambunctious. So it's like I could possibly be going in the wrong direction. And then so I kind of had to get with some people about that. But yeah, them was my two main things. I didn't take so long.
I want you to take long. Take long. This is exactly what the show is for.
Open forum.
Yes, being that the diamonds was an issue, views we ain't gonna talk about no more, because what Najari is stating is back when he did apply for his top badge, there was a 500 views per stream rule implemented in there. And just like he stated, it was very difficult for a lot of males to get those numbers. Females, not as hard. We could throw a picture up there, grab that 500. That 500 is difficult for me. So I want to go back into Jari. So I want to touch bases on when the diamonds, the 80K to 250 became a factor. What did you do? How did you tackle that task and getting it done? Because you got it done and you became a top.
Oh, that's simple. I got in these comps with red carpet.
Okay, then. So you invested in yourself. But I want to touch bases on that, because a lot of times streamers don't know when it is a good idea to invest in themselves to obtain the numbers. Now, you got into comps with another streamer and you were hitting those goals. Tell them why.
Well, for one, I needed I needed to hit the 250K. And then on top of that, when you're in the competitions and stuff like that, and that's another big reason why I try not to stream as much, so I could be missed. So that way I can come alive, drink with y'all on the weekend, and hopefully y'all get drunk with me to the point where y'all throw me some, maybe I get in this con. But as far as, just as far as, me trying to get my badge, I knew I had to be seen. And then Red Carpet was telling me, once they go, if you get in the top 10, friend, they'll go ahead and they'll call your name. Ooh, let's make them call your name, friend.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, shit.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how
y'all
we did
heard it. He got that name read. At the rundown every Friday, they do announce that top 10, and those are the okay times to invest in your live stream and be seen on here. So yes, you can invest in yourself in content.
Said that's not true. It's not true.
Nothing's not true for him, because he does not have to go through what we do as a streamer, because he's the exception. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Ms. Tease take the question now. Ms. Tease, what was your most difficult part of the application process?
Study said, well, we never made top 10.
My most difficult part would have been it's two parts actually to it. It was the 10 hours, the streaming that 10 hours, and the keeping everyone entertained with some type of content within those 10 hours. In the beginning, like I probably was streaming for more than 10 hours before I thought about top badge, because it's like, okay, you're up here, you're having fun, you're doing, whatever it is that you want to do. And then you get hit with okay, you have to maintain 10 hours. Now you're paying attention. So, okay, did I hit 10 hours? Do I got to do this? Like, what do I got to do? And I'm just like, now you're like looking like, did I hit 10 hours? And there's that recent stream, I never even knew about it. I'm gonna tell you, I never knew that you can go back and look at, I honestly didn't find out about that until 3 months ago, that you can go back and look and see how long you were on for your recent streams or anything. No one taught me any of this stuff. So that's a good tool to use, whereas though you can go back, look at your recent streams, it tells you how long you was on and everything. But again, and then within that 10 hours, it's like, okay, what type of content do I bring? I know I got my show that I do here, but my show is only like an hour. Okay, I'll push it to maybe 2 hours. Then what am I supposed to do for the next 9-8 hours? Like sit there and look crazy? But as Shani said, I divided my time into 2 hours a day, and then I switched it up. I did maybe an hour in the daytime and then an hour at night. That became, it made it easier. So I'm not sitting here trying to figure out what we're going to talk about for the next 10 hours or something like that. You got to make it work for you. And I'm a single mom, so I had to find time in between my kids and not get aggravated from saying, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do it because I liked it when I first came on.
Right, right. Okay then. All right then. Stunna Shawnee have been talking the whole show. She is the co-host of the show. And everybody that's watching this app, he's going to interrupt throughout my whole show because they don't got nothing else to do but to bother us. But feel free to hit the box and give us your opinion. He did say some other things that other top badges didn't hit the top 10. But of course, this is Najari's personal opinion of his story of what he did to do it and Miss T's. So we ain't gonna mention them other streamers in their journey because they're not here to give their insight on it. Okay, so I have a couple set rules that I utilize to my mentees when I teach them how to become a streamer. So I'm gonna name these rules, and I'll let y'all pick out anything that y'all do, or tell a couple rules that you may have of your own. Okay, so my rules for my mentees when I teach them to stream, it is to have great lighting, which I see everybody is have a backdrop, which I do see everybody up here with a backdrop. I tell them no dark streaming, no driving and streaming, no children, and to be consistent. Those are a couple of my rules that I have for my people. Do y'all like them rules? And do y'all have any of y'all own? I'm gonna start with you, Shani.
Just keep putting me on the spot. Okay.
Yeah, you first, every time. And Miss T's, you naked, not naked. You next, and Najari is tongue tied. My bad.
That just threw my whole train of thought off. I think one rule I would have would be you control the vibe. You set the tone in your stream. Mm-hmm. A lot of chaos and drama may be, able to fill your time on this app, but you never know who's watching besides my bot. And just because you in the live doesn't mean that live is gone. They can go back and watch these lives if they choose to. Mm-hmm. So you never know who's gonna walk in at any point in time under a fake alias, their real page, whatever. So if you know you're going for your top badge, you're not gonna have a twerk party in your live, because if Sarah walk in, she gonna walk right back out. And you gonna be, hey Sarah, hey, I'm sorry, let's get everybody out the box. And she already gone. On to the next. They're done. So you control the live.
I love that one. Let's control your life. Bless you, Miss T's. And what about you? Is there any rules that you heard me name, or any of them that you want to let everybody know you implement in your live stream?
So I do tell people most of the rules that you say. My number one that I tell them is to be in camera. Do not dark stream. Make sure you're in camera, make sure they can see you. Because if it's somebody like me, I'm gonna come to your stream, you not there, I'm gonna leave right back out. Another thing is stop kicking people. Stop kicking people out your stream if they're not speaking, if they come in. It's a lot of people, especially if you're going for your top badge, you're gonna need those views. And sometimes people sit in your stream and they're just trying to catch your vibe and see like what you're about. So don't just kick a person like automatically just because they're not coming in. Like they're coming in, they're not speaking. I mean, I do that now. Let's get that. You're coming in and don't speak to me, I might have to remove you. But don't remove them. Like you need those views. Those views actually help you. And they maybe just be sitting there just saying what you about, what you're doing before they actually hit that fave on you. So I would recommend not to remove anybody. And like Shani said, you never know. These admins come in on backup pages and you looking at the names and stuff and you be like, oh no, get out. You ain't saying nothing. So you have to, let them stay in there. But the main thing, do not dark stream. Sit there, make sure you're in the camera, because somebody like me, I'm coming in your room, you ain't there, I'm gonna be like, hi.
Okay, so you gonna stop a gift if you dark stream from Miss T's, and also don't kick admins. Let me let y'all know a little before Jari answer this question. A little bit I learned this weekend while filming the reality show. We had one of the admins there. His name is Nick, and I really don't know his exact position on tag, but I said, hey Nick, you've been in my stream before. He was like, oh, yes, Pillow, I watched you several times for 7 years, and I've never known who he is. And I asked him, has he ever been kicked? And he says, yes, sometimes. And then sometimes he has not. So that just lets you know, even I don't know all the admins that are in here watching me at all times, and you don't know the admins that are watching you. So it is very important. Stop kicking people out your live. You don't know the reason those people came into your live stream. You might miss your biggest blessing. Okay. Jari, you heard my rules. You heard the ladies' rules. Is there any that you agree with or use and utilize in your live stream?
I agree with and a little hypocritical, but I do agree with the no sleep streams, even though y'all catch me doing it. I do agree with that. I also want to add, like, you know, because there's some people who will like go long times muting themselves and not being seen. I kind of feel like, you know, if it's one thing if you're just not seen and I can hear you, then I'll speak, because maybe I'll speak, or I might speak maybe because you'll be able to see it, or I can hear the tracks you're there. But if you're like, if it's a black screen and you're muted, I damn sure ain't speaking. I'm not about to waste my time. And I did that with friends too, and then friends turn around and be like, why you came in my live and didn't speak? Because what am I supposed to, why?
Yeah, why are you on dark and mute? Yeah.
I guess if I have to add something, try not to hop on here with an attitude, or like try not to hop on here angry, or try not to hop on here when you don't feel like talking.
There you
Why
go.
is that important? Why is that important?
Hello, I got one more thing too.
Go ahead. I want to let him finish this one.
It's another big thing that I tell, like, you know, people. If you're tired, get off. Like, when you feel like, you know, you're done talking, or, you know, your stream is extremely slow or something, just get off. Just get off. Just get off, and you restart your live if you want. Start it back over. Like,
Hello, we're in the live on y'all real quick.
Yeah.
I will. Exhaustion, I will. At night, y'all know it. In 3 hours
It doesn't have
from
to be
now.
night. It could just be, I don't like my views.
Fine.
If it's dead, just get off, try again. That's it.
Yeah, I'm good at restarting the live in a minute. I think a fresh one is always good, because when people first come in, they're engaging and stuff like that. And you might have 200-300 views on your stream, and all your people came in and said something, and now they're all just popping back in when they want to, and they all might not pop back in at the same time, and the engagement might not get to where it needs to be. But a fresh stream, if you already engaged with some and then the others come in and join in, it kind of keeps the stream going. But I did want to hear Najari's reasons of why you feel like the dark streaming and the sleep streaming hurts your stream.
Well, for me, when I do it, and I rarely be out the camera and muted, you know. I try to do either one or the other, you know, it'd be, you know, some stuff be like G14 classified, so like I'll be having to mute myself for some phone calls, you know, or I may have to get up and, you know, do something, you know, clean something over here, something, you know.
The bathroom.
Yeah, shit. I mean, but yeah, but that's why I agree with what you're saying.
Your box for a bathroom break, because I used to Rachel admin years ago on here, and y'all know I always bring up Rachel. She is the best mentor ever. One of the admins on TAC is no longer here, but she mentored me through a lot of my best time on here. And a tip that she gave me is, if I needed to take a bathroom break or just get up from the chair, because after sitting for long hours, your hips do hurt, your legs tired, you know, you need to get up and walk around. 5-minute break is okay. She said that I should utilize a person that's in my stream, put them in the box and let them know, and have them hold down the live. Have y'all ever did that? We'll start with Shawnee and go around.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Hold it down. I'll be back.
Hold it down. I'll be back. Okay. Najari?
Somewhat. I may have manipulated some people into my boxes to create a group conversation so I can go pick up something from the store. I did that before.
Oh, I done had a store run and kept somebody.
I did it without telling people. The conversations being so good, I'm like, yeah.
Yep, and just out that chair and gone. Yes.
Oh,
I done went
God.
to Taco Bell at
Sure.
12 at night for a late night stream and got some food and came back and they held me down and we
Oh
all
my
sat there and kept
God.
going for like 15, 20 minutes almost. Miss T's?
You know what's funny, Pillow?
Yeah.
People just randomly do that. I'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they'd be like, I'll hold your live down for you, and I'd be like, okay, and I'm like, okay. It is one time I went to go pick up my kid, and they just stayed in the. I came back, my phone was still sitting there, and they just still in the box. So I'm like, okay, hey, we still
They
here?
do
All
the
right.
opposite with me, Miss Keys.
Okay.
They do the opposite with me. Let me tell them I gotta go to the store real quick. Or let me tell them I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh well, I'm gonna leave. I'll be back. I'll be back. And then it'll happen like dominoes. It'll do. Now everybody gotta go. Now I'm out with it. Look, I might as well end my life. Whether if I don't say nothing and then just let stuff manifest and let stuff happen while I go. Yeah, but they do the Miss T. They do they do the opposite with me.
Right.
He
And,
said, I leave and I come in my live on my other phone.
right. And I was just going to invite him. Liddy, you are more than welcome to take the stage up here and have a box and give your comments or answer any of these questions. This is not featured, but I do it every Tuesday. Tips from me and Shawnee and any other top badge just here. You can hop right in and get some of these questions. We got still a full show, 33 more minutes, and we just started. They only had 2 questions. So,
and fun fact, Liddy is somebody that helped me understand live when I first started.
Go ahead and tell the fact on how he did it.
So when I first discovered live, I had a lot of questions, and I came across Liddy, I want to say in a Versus, and I saw that he had in his bio that he was a tag mentor, and I was like, hey, can I ask you some stuff? And you just like be nice to me, because a lot of them people, when they seen them low numbers and low levels, anyways. So he was like, yeah, what's up? Get in the box. And I was like, no, I don't want to show my face. He was like, get in the box. He made me interact with him. Yes. And I asked him questions and he was like, yeah, some stuff he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here gifting nobody and expecting nothing back. When you give a gift, that's gone. That's just gone from your memory. It's gone from your bank. And if they deal with you and they come back and you know who you can trust from that, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, okay, he was like, yeah, I got you. You need something? I got you. He called me Maybach because I had a black VIP and a purple VIP. But yeah, Liddy was one of the first people that taught me you can't trust everybody on here and don't expect anything back that you give. If you get it back, it's an added bonus.
Right. Liddy is in his bio, and I'm gonna read it to my YouTubers just so everybody can see it. I might smile and say what's up, but I don't fuck with you. And a lot of you weird niggas is just uncomfortable niggas, okay? Small talk is boring, so he must have some big talk in his life. Get to know people instead of acting like you already know them based off of what you think. I love that because a lot of people judge me off of the wrong stuff they hear. These vibes is contagious, meaning when you gonna come in his live, you're going to catch a vibe in there. I love that line. Mr. I'm not them, I'm him. Call him Himothy, okay? Independent artist and manager. Retired tag mentor is what he has in there now. But Liddy does have one of the very few ebooks that you can buy. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and gloat on him on how to be a streamer. I like the trolls. He make the trolls talk and do what it do. I make it look easy, but don't try this in your streams. And that is something people say to me all the time. Pillow, you make it look so easy. It's a hard task. Everybody ain't meant to do it. So I love he has that in there. Love is irrelevant when the loyalty ain't everything. Because people love to say they love you, but their loyalty ain't there. That love don't mean nothing. I absolutely love bio Liddy. I don't know why he took that mentor part and put retired in the front.
It said he was a mentor when I met him.
It did say he is a mentor, and I still think he will with the right person.
Gave me the knowledge that I needed.
Right. So you helped mold and help create. So I love
Jordan to come back because I have a question for y'all.
Go ahead with me and Miss T's answer it.
When he come back, I'll ask him. Okay. What made you guys decide that you want to be a top badge? I know your situation was a little different, Pillow, but what made you decide that you wanted to keep doing this for so long as you've been doing it? Your question is a little different from hers because you got to tell
I'll
T
let Miss
about the
Tees go
process
first.
because she might, let her go first and then tell her how you got your badge because she might not know how you got your top badge. Okay. So what made you, Miss Tees, want to become a top badge on tag?
Okay, so I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, right? I do not like the word no, and I do not like the word I can't, right? So there's two things that you can never say to me is no and I can't. So I've had people tell me, oh, you should go for your top badge. And I'm like, what? First of all, what is the top badge? I didn't know anything about this. I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay. And then I had people on the other end talk about she can't do it. She ain't top badge material. She ain't this. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, don't believe
it. You know what? That's gonna be a goal. Let me go ahead and
you done gave a go-getter a challenge. I know that's right.
Now I'm gonna prove to you that I can, just because you're looking at me as if I can't do something and I can do whatever I put my mind to. So that's kind of what made me go ahead and become a top badge. I mean, I enjoy being a VIP because I was a VIP from day one, and I joined this app, and I've been a VIP until I got my top badge. So it was kind of like, okay, I enjoy being a VIP, but as soon as somebody said, oh, she can't do this, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a prove you wrong. That's how that happened.
I know that's right. My journey is a little bit different. Back in the day, when I came up on here, I looked at everybody. I wanted to be the best of the best. It's kind of like Miss T, just a little bit. I'm a go-getter, and I knew what a top badge was and all that. It was told to me. I was, basically molded into it. They was feeding me information, stuff like that. The admins I was more inquisitive. So yeah, but I want to welcome to the show. Everybody see him up here. It's Timothy himself. It's the man. Okay. Welcome. Please welcome. Top badge Liddy Smitty in the building. How you doing today, Liddy?
Well, everything marvelous. I'm feeling healthy. How y'all doing?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. And this is so impromptu for us to not have the one guest that we got. Now we got three. That's called a motherfucking show. I'm going to go ahead and just brag on that point right there.
Last minute at that. Thank you,
bad. And I love the how they top badge ready and just came in here and said, I'm going to jump in this. And I ain't even ask or no. But Liddy, tell the live a little bit about yourself and what you got going on and you and your stream.
And how long you been on here?
I've been on here for part of how I count it, but I've been on here for 25 seasons. And I call them seasons because every season has a different episode. Each season is different. I mean, you got a different stage and stuff. You got different things going on at different points when you're going live. I hopped on when I first got introduced to the app. I'm from New York, and I moved to California. I moved to California. So at first I was using the app when I was just trying to network, just meet different people, whatever. Came across a few heavy hitters on the app already, and once I came across them, they explained to me the full spectrum and the full scope of what you could really use the app for. So then, once you know better, you do better. Yes. So once I really understood what it was and what I could really be doing, and I was doing it already without getting any benefits, anything from it, then I just locked in. I got my badge in 2022, I believe that was. Yeah, I think I got my badge in 2022.
How long did it take you? How long was the process when you first said, I'm ready to do this, to the day you got your badge?
So once it took me like a little over a year, for real. And what's funny is I was already moving. Once I became hit to the whole streaming and how streaming was, instantly I didn't want my badge. I just, just happy to hit the go button, go live, network and stuff. And then as I was just doing what I naturally did, there was a lot of people that was coming around. They were seeing the numbers. They were seeing me around, and it was like, it was two groups of people. I had a group of people that was like, why don't you have your badge? And there was a group of people that was like, I thought you already had your badge, type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you, like, when are you going to get your badge, in a sense? So after that, I just locked in. So once I locked in, it was probably like, over a year. And I was just doing me, you know what I'm saying? Stayed in my lane,
Okay.
supported other streams. You know, my 3 tips that I sit there and say is that I'm going to make sure that you embrace your trolls. My 3 things is know what you're here for, stay
Okay.
consistent, and embrace your trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with that being said,
Embrace the
so
trolls.
embrace the trolls, even no matter. And trolls come in all. I can go into the different types. There's 3 different type of trolls. You got trolls that just sit there and just say random things. A troll, first of all, let me break down this. Let me define what a troll is. A troll is somebody that.
Trolling. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let
Start
me
trolling.
get to the 3 different types of
Yeah,
trolls.
go ahead.
Trust me, I've seen it. Let me get to the 3 different types of trolls. You got trolls that try to make somebody feel uncomfortable. They try to do something to make you feel uncomfortable in real live time. You see what I'm saying? They say comments. They try to change the energy of the room. They say rage baiting. That's the new millennial term, rage baiting. They say certain things to just see how you're going to react. So with that being said, you got trolls that just do troll because they like to troll. Like, they're just general trolls. They'll just troll you off of what they generally see. They'll sit there and look at Shoni and be like, hey, Shoni, you know what? Look at your blue background. And look at what type of person got a blue background on tag. Like, who you think you is? You think you big? They just say general trolls. Then you got trolls that think that they know something personally about you, like on the back end or something, no matter how they feel like they got the information, whether you told them, whether they got it from another person. Then they try to troll you on something more personal. They say something that they feel like that nobody else knows on the app that they can say to make you feel uncomfortable in front of those people. And then you just got bored trolls that literally just out there. They literally just saying anything to say anything, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, once I learned what a troll was and how they really move, then it's like, just treat trolls accordingly. You know what I mean? They're like the monkeys at the circus. You let everybody at the circus have they position and they role. You know what I'm saying? You got the monkeys, you got the magician, you got the host, you got the niggas that walk the tightrope. You let the trolls be the trolls. You let them be the trolls. Embrace them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Okay, my
so,
next
like I said, once I learned the algorithm, I just treated it accordingly and just stay consistent.
Okay. Out of the application part, you remember all the things that you had to hit, the 5 million, 5,000, all that stuff, the content, everything. What was your most difficult part out of those things? What was the most difficult thing to obtain for you? I can name them all for you.
I already had the diamonds. It was the 5K. I remember it was 5K phase. 5 million diamonds, or at the time, it was 5 million diamonds, 5K phase, and you had to make 240K a week. Honestly, at the time when I wanted my badge, when I said I wanted it, none of that was a problem. None of that was an issue. It was just because of what was going on in the time, and none of that was an issue. I think the hardest part was really just staying consistent and going week after week and not. It was really staying motivated to still want that type of thing, like to still want the badge after you seeing week after week somebody else get a badge and you putting in all the work and you feel like you're not being seen or you feel like it's not being reciprocated or appreciated. I think that was the most difficult part.
Mm-hmm. And I have rules, and Tag got rules. Is there any rules that you implement in your live stream that you would tell somebody to utilize in theirs?
I tell them to just run your stream how you run your stream. Don't let nobody control your stream. That's the one thing I try to tell people, like, know that you in control of your stream. Don't let nobody control your stream, no matter they're your top gifter, no matter if that's your brother, your real life brother, don't let nobody control your stream. That's your stream. If they want to be the main character, tell them to go on they live and be the main character. Don't come in my box trying to be the main character in my stream.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, Shani, I'm gonna throw it over to you.
Okay. You must be willing to take criticism and let it fall right off your
That's
shoulder.
great advice, Stunner. Yeah, you must be willing to take criticism and let it roll off your shoulder. Once you get that high up and you get those type of comments in your live stream, yes, that's true. I could take about anything being said to me, and I know how to deal with it. I never let anybody control my stream. And also something I'm gonna let y'all also know about me that may be a secret. I don't let nobody have my platform that I don't want to. I'm real particular in who I let inside my box all the time. If I don't feel like you the right person for my stream, you ain't getting in that box. You ain't getting this stage. I built this stage. It took me 7 years to get to this status I'm in. So I'm really funny about it. I only let my auction people when it's that time, my show people when it's that time. But on my normal stream,
Not red, you not getting in.
you ain't getting in. So, but I'm gonna go ahead. Hi Mo, how you doing? Good evening to everybody. If y'all just now joining us, this is tips from Top Badges, and you got 4 of them in the building right now. That's on the screen. There's several in the chat also as well. If y'all have questions, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. You'll get 4 different opinions and answers. Utilize whichever one best suits your stream. But these are tips from Top Badges on how to better your live stream. I am your host, Pillow. My co-host here, Top Badge, Big Body Shani, and we have Top Badge Miss T's here and Top Badge Liddy Smitty here in the building as well. I'll give the floor to Shani for her next round of questions for all of us.
Okay. What goes into your streaming setup? Like when you were deciding to take live seriously, and Liddy, you had a whole setup. You're not in front of it right now. So that's why I'm asking you too.
Okay.
What were you
I'm
trying
out
to
of town
convey
right now.
with your setup?
Oh, he said he out of town right now. So, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
got a nice setup though. Liddy got a nice setup, y'all.
He does. He does have a gorgeous setup. I'm gonna start with mine just so everybody know. When I first started streaming, he got kicked.
I'm so tired of ignore
Yeah,
ignore him.
I'm gonna ignore. Stunner is trolling me so hard right now to everybody that's watching the show and reading the comments. He's just bored and have nothing to do, and he trolling me right now. And Liddy was frozen. I guess he'll be right back. But in the beginning with me, when I started streaming, I used to stream in just a regular chair, dining room chair. Was a comfortable lounge chair in my room. I didn't know to get a chair that it was comfortable. I didn't even think about it. My background, I saw everybody else's and what they was doing, so I just wanted to have something going on back there. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. My biggest thing was going to the Dollar Tree. Miss T's and Shani, I utilized the mess out of the Dollar Tree. I went and got whatever. I used to use tablecloths, but whatever color, because I had white walls in my house, but I wanted to change the color of my background, so I get all pink or all green. If it was, St. Patty's Day, I get an all green tablecloths, pin them to the wall, and put some stuff on top of it, or just sit in front of it like that, because I wanted something pretty. Now, I did also want to tell people later on in my streaming, I did start to purchase actual backdrops that look like Miss T's, that look like Shani's, that look like Najari's, and Liddy has had plenty of backdrops his own self. So, but I did not purchase them in the beginning. I went to the Dollar Tree in the beginning, and then once I made the money off the app, then I started buying them $25, $50, $100 backdrops that does cost money. Miss T's.
I use sheet. I use sheets.
Yeah.
I use wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper. I did that for Christmas. Yeah.
I use covers. I use decorative floral sheets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how you end up with the one that you have now?
With this one, it was cheap too. They got this thing on Amazon. If you type in custom backdrop, you could drag a picture into it. It'll make whatever you want. For like $15.
That's a gem right there. That was a
write that down, y'all. That's a
big gem that Nobody didn't teach me. I figured that out on my own too, to customize backdrops. You can definitely type it in and order your own and have exactly what you want
You
behind
put
you.
me on too, because I didn't
When I
know.
when I
Mhm.
first started putting energy into my backdrop, I had somebody bought me my Liddy Smitty sign. I was one of the first people with the LED light sign, and somebody actually bought me that as a gift. So that was like the staple. No matter what, I'll
It
just
was
throw that.
investing in you.
Mhm.
It was the staple. But the time that I got some of my best compliments, honestly, I never did too much. I'll just probably put a few pictures up, or I had a chalkboard when I was just showing acknowledgement and appreciation to the supporters of the stream. I would play different games, so I'll keep the chalkboard up, play Hangman in there and stuff, different stuff like that. So honestly, and it always changed. So between that's when I first started putting energy into it. Then once I moved, I honestly just started using my actual background, like my view that I had as my backdrop. That was another.
Yeah, that's a nice
Gorgeous,
That
little move.
gorgeous idea. I
yeah,
loved it.
yeah,
I got the
that was a
sign like he said. I got one too.
telling you, the sign is lit though. I ain't gonna lie, the sign is lit. I seen a lot of people have the digitized one that sits there and it goes and you can change the message on it. So it honestly is whatever's gonna fit the content of like you being there and get people involved and engaged, then that's the best angle and way to go about it. For real, for real.
Right. Miss T's.
Oh, well, I started off like you, Pillow. I was sitting right on my living room couch and just like relaxed, feet up, chilling. I didn't even have a ring light. I didn't have none of that. I just had like a little stand and had my camera right there, and I was just, talking. And then from me watching everyone else's like stream, and honestly, until I went to my top badge class and they, mentioned, oh, you should get a backdrop, and I'm like, okay. Now it dawned on me, okay, everybody's stream that I go into, they do have backdrops and stuff, but I wanted to be a little different. And I'm like, I don't just want anything. So just exactly what Najari said, Amazon is one of my best friends. I wanted to customize something. So I just created like a picture or whatever, and then I put it in Amazon, let them design it, and that's how y'all see my customized backdrop that I normally have. I have a couple of them, but this one right here is like mine right here.
Okay.
That's
I
the
love it.
second one. But
I love it. It's
they,
beautiful.
the normal one that I have is like the lips that I created or whatever and put together. But yeah, it's backdrops make to me, backdrops make you look like more of a streamer. Not saying that you can't stream anywhere and do whatever, but it just makes you look more like you're taking it serious.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my idea.
I
Yeah.
also want to add what I notice about everybody that has a backdrop that I know, at least the lives I go into, 99% of those backdrops represent you in some type of way. Your interests, what type of vibe you want to attract, things about you that says about you. Pillow has the clouds and the lights, hello, cloud lighting,
Well, mine is
I
my
like
streaming
purple.
dream. Like when I did this one,
Okay.
I wanted you to look like you walked into a true top badge streaming dream. And I just went from there with that idea. My backdrop is a candy shop.
That's
I
pretty
love
dope.
it. Yeah.
Because it goes with their name. I like the color purple, so purple and blue.
Mhm.
Sorry, I think a backdrop should represent you, the vibe you're trying to, maintain. Because you set the tone, you set the live, you set the vibe. When I come in the Najari stream, I'm like, Najari, is that a character from, anime? Can you tell me more about it? Something. It's a conversation starter. Miss T's, where did you get that from? You got your face on there. Like, what makes you think of these things?
Right.
Oh,
So the
Liddy,
next,
where'd you get your sign from? Stuff like that.
right. The next one I want to move on is a content slash niche and engagement. I'm gonna hit on all three of those ones, and it's gonna roll us out of here because I think we all have a lot to say about those things. As far as content, your niche, and engagements, what is your tips to a new streamer about content, niche, and engagement? I'm gonna start with you, Miss Tees.
I want to say be you. Like, let your own personality stand out. Be yourself. That's that's gonna make it easy for you to create content. Like me, I'm silly. I'm a troll. When I want to be, I'm nice when I want to be. I'm mean when I want to be. It's just like my personality. I'm toxic. I'm a tease. So I just put that all into the type of content that I give people. Yeah, pull up on Thursdays, y'all. We'll see it definitely. But but and just because that's the content that I give, that doesn't mean that that's the type of person that I am outside of this, outside of streaming. Because what I give here is content. What I give outside of here is, fully me. It's me here, but it's a little extra. So yeah.
And what tip would you give about engagement? How do you go about getting engagement in your live stream?
Speak to them. Speak to your people. Talk to them. Ask questions. Start conversations. Like what I randomly do, I'll put up a question in my what do you call it, damn thing? In my
Caption.
description. I'll put up a question in my description. Depending on the question, you're automatically gonna have people like, oh, okay, I want to answer that. Once they answer it, you're starting a dialogue. You're going back and forth. You're talking to people. Everybody else want to join in because now everybody else have their own opinion on it. And for me, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. These are your opinions, so you speak on them.
I
That's
like
how I
that.
do my engagement.
I like that engagement tip. I'm gonna write that one down. Question in your description. I like that. Najari, same for you. Content, niche, and engagement. What would be your tips to a new streamer about content, niche, and engagement?
Um, just about content. Um, whatever it is that you like to do, try to engage, try to whatever it is that your moniker is, like how mine is the ninja. Try to have like maybe not necessarily a story, but like maybe just an element to have somebody ask you questions, or create something that will compel somebody to ask you questions.
Okay.
As Yeah, like as far as like they ask me where I get that from. I tell them it's me, and I pull out my nunchucks and swords and stuff. You know what I'm saying? As far as engagement, what I do is like kind of like what Ms. Tees was saying, but what I do is yeah, this might be dumb to y'all, but like I'll just click on their name and then I'll just start conversations as if I already known them, or as if like they are just fine as hell. If it's a girl, I probably have my chair and be like, damn, she banging or something like that. Like just so I could get, just so I could get a reply. So I'll do like I'll
Breaking the
say some
ice.
shit to break the ice. I'll say some shit to break the ice that'll compel somebody to say something to get, for you to type something in the comments. And that was kind of like going back to like what I was saying as far as, how, hop on here when you have a good attitude, hop on here when you want to talk, because you're going to need to talk, you're going to need to talk to these people to help with engagement.
Right.
So, yeah, but
Okay.
that's what I do.
I love that. I love that you act like you already know him. I do that too. I tease and play like I will say consistent. You let 102 other people walk in here and you was my boyfriend yesterday, and it will pull, and they'd be like, what? I don't even know this woman. What you mean boyfriend? So like, yes, I do that one too. Liddy Smitty, I would love to hear from you as far as content, niche, and engagements. What is your tips or advice to a brand new streamer?
So for content wise, like I said, dish out what you're willing to take. Um, and it goes back to my 3 tips, like know what you're here for. So whatever it is,
Uh-oh, he breaking up.
phone call, pardon me. I was getting a phone call, pardon me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
whatever it is that you want to engage with on here, like or portray to be on here, just embrace that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people um they choose, like, I think some people really look at this like a camera and they're able to be actors. You know what I'm saying? So they get to come on here and really act however they want to choose to act on here. You might not ever act that way in real life, but you choose to be whatever you want to act on here. So whatever it is that you want to portray to be on here, just be able to receive what comes with it. That's what I say for content. As far as for the engagement, what I do is it's a few things. I always act like somebody. And then as far as for the engagement, I act as if there's always somebody watching. One, I learned that a good streamer, you master the art of talking to yourself, type of thing. And then other people just join the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And two, I embrace the trolls. I leave the trolls around, because when the trolls come, that's engagement. And that's why it goes back to what I told y'all in the beginning, embrace your trolls. Because when the trolls come and they in the comments, and no matter what they saying, they going all off and this, that, even there, that's engagement. Somebody gonna come in and they gonna be like, yo, what the hell, they wilding right now. Yeah, I know, I don't know what they talking about. They freaking out. I don't know. What's up with you though? Boom. See? How you doing today though? Real quick, real smooth, real, you know what I mean? Wasn't forced, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You get the trolls to come out. You see what I'm saying? See?
You making this same one troll come out every time. You
know what I'm saying? This is but this is when you understand what it is, you embrace it, and it's engagement, it's content, it gets the people going, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's my tips that I really put. You know what I mean? Master the art of talking to yourself, then embrace your trolls, and keep your phone on do not disturb. And no funny shit, this is another perfect. Keep your phone on do not disturb. Y'all see my shit keep ringing. So keep your phone on do not disturb, so don't interrupt your engagement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're trying to spit it out.
That's a good part. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know,
yeah, let me go take that. Yo, salute to you, fellow. I appreciate you for having me up here. I appreciate the invitation. Yo, salute to all the top badges up here. Appreciate y'all input and all of that, and everybody in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that fave button. You know.
Thank you, Liddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Got out for you. I got to gift you, but I'll be in your live stream. I just wanted to love on you a little bit. And this was so improv too, and there wasn't no gift attached to it or time or none of that. And I appreciate you for being here, jumping in on the show. And I love all y'all insights. If y'all ain't keeping notes, I am, because these 4 top badges have all given me information that I'm going to utilize with my mentees, because that's why we do this thing. It's never one person's thing is the right way. And I want to cut you off, Miss Tees. Go ahead, and you was asking me something.
Oh yeah, so one thing that I do want to tell, like, to the new streamers, that if you are trying to engage with people and you can't figure out how to, the easiest thing that you can do, and I do it all the time, is click on somebody's profile and read their bio aloud. Click their profile and read their bio aloud. It's going to either be like, oh wow, like what happened, or it's going to get people inside your stream laughing, or being like, what's going on here? So you know, that's another thing that you can do. But yeah, that was it.
Just ignore him. So I can
I already know I am.
Oh,
I love all.
One more. When you see a top badge, when you do see a top badge, not all top, I mean, we all know that us top badges have like a bad name or something, but not all top badges are bad. If you are having trouble with anything, you can always reach out to any top badge and be like, okay, can you help me with something? Can you answer a question? Like, don't be scared to ask, you know, any question. And if you can't get the answer from that top badge, go to the next top badge, because they will help you. Not everybody is the same. You know, so don't be scared to ask questions and to, you know, try to be mentored by other top badges. Or
that is very good to add. A lot of people have given top badges a bad name out here, and I have been trying to change that stigmatism in the verses by being kind to people, because People always rude and nasty in the verses. So I love that one, Miss Tease. I'm going to use that one as well, is to ask multiple. If one don't give you the answer, you best believe you can go to another one and get the answer, and somebody will help you, just like she's saying. That is all I have for the show. But if anything else, y'all can stay. Feel free to hang out. To all of my YouTubers that watch this entire show, to the people in the audience, y'all can stay for questions. I saw a lot of my mentees come in. I appreciate y'all taking out the time of y'all day. To Najari, Liddy Smitty, and the beautiful Miss Tees, thank you so much for being a part of this entire hour for me. I love and appreciate y'all for giving me that much of y'all time. It was not scheduled for them to be here, but like true top badgers, true content creators, they were ready and willing to be put on the spot, in the camera, in the chair, and did their job, okay? Right here for this hour.
And then troll in the comments. Good job, y'all.
And the troll, to the number one man of the app, to this app is his, and we all know it. Thank you, Stunner, for trolling my entire show that all of my YouTubers is now going to watch, because he loves Pillow so much that he sent her to the reality show. That's my number one. I got to put up with all his shit. And like Liddy said, don't let him ever control your live stream, okay? And even though this ain't featured, if y'all missed any parts of the show, y'all can catch the whole rundown on my YouTube channel, Pillow TV. Thank y'all for all the love. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can chill and hang out, but that's it for the recording. Until next time, my YouTube